Think about the last time you went shopping. Whether it was for a quick snack at a convenience store or a new outfit for a special occasion, shopping is one of the most common ways we interact with others. But when you're doing it in a second language, a simple transaction can feel like a high-pressure test. You might wonder, did I understand the price correctly? How do I ask for a different size without sounding rude? Is it okay to ask for a discount? Mastering the language of money and commerce is about more than just numbers. It's about navigating social interactions with ease. It's about being able to get exactly what you want and understanding exactly what you're paying for. Today, we're going to give you the keys to the marketplace. We'll cover essential currency terms, the phrases that help you find what you need, and the etiquette of the checkout counter. By the end of this episode, you'll be ready to walk into any store and shop like a local. Welcome to Day 18 of your 30-day English challenge. Before we shop, we need to talk about the money itself. In the United States, we use dollars and cents. 100 cents make a dollars. You'll hear people say a buck as a slang term for a dollar, or change for the coins you receive back. When you're at the register, you'll be asked how you want to pay. The most common options are cash, debit card, or credit card. The most important phrase in any shop is, how much is this? If you are holding one item, say, how much is this? If you are pointing to something a bit further away, say, how much is that? And if you have multiple items like a pair of shoes or a bunch of bananas, use the plural, how much are these? Now let's look at phrases for finding what you need. Imagine you are in a clothing store. You find a shirt you like, but it's too small. You should ask the shop assistant, do you have this in a larger size? Or perhaps you like the style, but not the color. Do you have this in blue? If you want to try something on before you buy it, ask, where are the fitting rooms? Or, can I try this on? Sometimes a salesperson will approach you and ask, can I help you find something? If you're just browsing and don't need help yet, a very common and polite response is, I'm just looking, thank you. This tells them you are comfortable and don't need assistance right now. Finally, let's talk about the price. If something is cheaper than usual, it's on sale. If the price is very low, it's a bargain, but if it's too expensive, you might say it's overpriced. Knowing these terms helps you decide if you're getting a good deal. Let's put these concepts into practice with a simulated grocery store visit. I'm going to guide you through a shopping trip. I will say a phrase, and I want you to repeat it out loud during the pause. This will help your mouth get used to the rhythm of English commerce. Imagine you've just walked into the store. You need to find the milk. You see an employee stocking shelves. Ask them where the milk is. You say, excuse me, where can I find the milk? Great, the employee points to the back. You find the milk, but you also want some fresh bread. You see a loaf, but there's no price tag. Ask for the price. You say, how much is this loaf of bread? Now you have your milk and your bread. You see some apples. They look delicious, but you only want 3. Ask if you can buy them individually. You say, can I buy these by the piece? You are now at the checkout. This is where most of the conversation happens. The cashier will usually start with a greeting. Hi there, did you find everything you were looking for today? You say, yes, thank you. The cashier begins scanning your items. The total comes to $15.20. Now you want to pay with your credit card. You say, can I pay by card? Sure thing, just swipe or chip right there on the machine. Would you like your receipt in the bag? This is a common question. They are asking if you want the paper record of your purchase. You say, yes, please. Put it in the bag. Have a great day. You too. Goodbye. Excellent work. Let's try one more quick drill. I'll show an item and a price on the screen. I want you to say the full sentence. The is. Answer, the hat is $12.50. Answer, the camera is $299. Answer, the grapes are $4 per pound. Remember, when saying prices, you don't always have to say the words dollars and cents if the context is clear. You can just say, it's $12.50, or it's $2.99. It sounds very natural. Before we wrap up day 18, we need to clarify a very common point of confusion: the difference between how much and how many. We use how much for things we cannot count individually. We call these uncountable nouns. Money is the most common example. We don't say how many monies. We say how much money. We also use it for things like water, sugar, or abstract concepts like time. How much time do we have? We use how many for things we can count. Countable nouns, these are individual items. How many apples are you buying? How many shirts do you have? How many dollars is that? Note that while money is uncountable, dollars are countable. So, a simple rule: if you can put a number directly in front of the word, 1 apple, 2 apples, use how many. If you can't, 1 money, 2 monies doesn't work, use how much. Mastering this distinction will make your English sound much more polished and professional, especially when you're discussing finances or inventory. You've made it through the lesson. Now it's time for your Day 18 challenge. Today, I want you to go into a store, any store at all, and practice asking for the price of an item. Even if you already see the price tag, or even if you have no intention of buying it, walk up to an item, find an employee, and say, "Excuse me, how much is this?" If you can't get to a physical store today, go to an online store and find 3 items. Write down their prices in full English sentences in the comments below. For example, the headphones are $89. The goal is to get comfortable with the vocabulary of commerce in a real-world setting. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Merchants are usually very happy to help a customer. You're doing a fantastic job. We are officially past the halfway point of the challenge. If you're enjoying these daily lessons, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss a single day. Tomorrow, we're going to shift our focus to the professional world. We'll be talking about occupations and work life. We'll learn how to describe what you do for a living and handle basic workplace conversations. Keep up the great momentum, keep practicing your numbers, and I will see you for day 19.